This is little Lily, and we're going to start by combing out her hair. We're going to show you how we do it. We hold her back hip area, and you're going to go for this hind area. The reason is they don't really like that area, so we're going to start there and very incrementally go inch by inch and comb this little girl out. Okay, she hasn't had a bath in a couple weeks, and she has a very thick coat, so it's a little hard getting through it. I hope you can see this. So we're gonna move slowly as hair pulls out and go up. She's a very good girl. We're just gonna go up that side of her body, and then we're going to turn her around, and we're going to hold her by the other kind of hip area here, the back leg, and we're going to start to do the same technique. First, before we give a bath, we always comb out, so you can see she's such a happy girl, she's even wagging her tail, even though this is something she's not totally used to. Again, this is Miss Lily, who's being adopted today. So we're giving her adoption bath. So here we go, and we're going slowly right up from the back. Here we have a whole clod of hair. That's what we can expect more as they shed, moving into their 12th week. Sorry if I'm a little distracted here. I've got dogs barking. Her mama is barking in the background, and they're wondering, what happened to my baby? Okay, so we have done the back side fairly well. We can come up to the midsection. And again, this will change as your palm gets bigger. I don't know if this is even recording, but we want to then do the back. And again, you can see the comb here. I'm hoping you can see anything, actually, just checking. Not sure if you can. But we do want to get this deeper coat out because when we bathe, we want no matting. So if we can't get this out, then we're going to have matting once we get the coat wet. So the comb needs to go deeply in, very deeply in to the underside of her, which is her skin. Deeply, deeply, deeply is what we want to do, okay? So every little millimeter needs to be taken care of. Lily is just really being so good. So then we want to obviously get around her head. We're going to brush forward, and we're going to, comb forward, and we're getting behind her ears especially. If there's a knot back there, we want to be very gentle. We don't want to pull hard because that'll really hurt. Sometimes we can get it with the comb, sometimes we have to cut it out. I hope you can see this. Oops. And if your palm needs a break, by all means, let your pup have a break. So one of the areas that we concentrate on are the little nails, and we can do this either before or after the bath. I'm going to see if I can do it before, and I'm going to trim the hair around there. As you can see, and you look at your palms, you can see I've already done this prior to you getting Pippa and Yumi. So then we're going to take our finger, pull back, and we're going to see, oh, we're going to see the nail, and we're going to cut to the quick. Not through the quick, but to the quick. And you can see how good she's being, because I haven't hurt her. There's no nerve endings in that white part. We also want to get the underpad of her paw carefully. That's what I like to do anyhow. And now we're going to go to the next one. And again, we're going to trim this back a tiny bit before we do the nails. And she is a best little attitude. But Yumi and Pippa were also wonderful when I did them. So here we go. We're clipping the nails, all that white right down to in front of the pink area, which is the quick. And we're not going to traumatize her by cutting into the quick. And so that one is more or less done. And she's getting hot now, I think. Now we're going to flip her over like this, and we're going to trim off the fur. And cut the little nails. And you can see it does not hurt. Like I said, she's being as good as gold. If you do this with your palm and they get used to you, then you don't have a problem. Okay, so then we're going to go to the last little foot area here, and we're going to trim the bottom. That's the hair around the bottom of the foot. And then we're going to come the top of the hair, and we're going to trim that out, round it off. And then we're going to pull back the hair very carefully and cut her nails. One of the areas that I want to get next is trimming the tops of the ear. So I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to ride my thumb and my index finger to the top of where the ear leather ends. And I'm not going to go around this whole area, but just around the top with a very slight half moon shape with my scissors. So I'm doing this for your benefit, looking at, really what I like to do is I like to turn them upside down and I can see better. And I don't know if this works, probably not, but trying to get her in the picture and trim the top of her ears. There we go. So again, I came up with my fingers to the tippy top and I trimmed above my fingers so I'm not getting her actual skin, just the hair, so there's no pain. So now we're going to just go through the coat one more time before we wet her and lather her and then dry her. And then once we've done all that, she's actually done. We can turn her on her back also, and we want to brush the underside of her body. I'm doing this for your benefit. Every square inch we want to do, because normally I would have her on my lap, but what a good little angel she is. Okay, so here we go, and we're going to get the underside of her legs. If you can see that, I hope you can. So she's actually ready. Miss Lily is actually ready to be bathed.